Hi everyone, and happy Valentine's Day to all. It's obviously the 14th day of February, and obviously we've got a lot of ground to cover tonight. A lot of ground which may be covered by a little bit of snow and ice. But keep in mind, as we talk about your updated weather forecast, which does have a little of both in there, that on today's date in our weather history back in '03, does that make you cringe just thinking about it? You know, it was depending on where you were that you either saw anywhere from 3 to 7 inches of rain. And of course, anyone and a lot of folks, mainly north of the mountain parkways, saw anywhere from a half to 2 inches of ice that just covered the ground, crippling much of that portion of central and other parts of Kentucky. It indeed was a major weather event and disaster, really, for the state of Kentucky. We've only got a little snow and ice tonight, but just enough to cause some travel problems in the morning. And we've got not one, but I don't know how many different systems that are all playing a pretty wintry part in our forecast. More detail on that in just a few moments. Headlines tonight will include a Floyd County man arrested for trying to entice a minor into sexual activity, a brief explanation on the decision and investigation by the Johnson County School District as to why they called off classes today. Also, I've got some other news as well. A couple of arrests last night after 2 men speeding through Sagersville with some meth and other items. And I've got a great entertaining story for you tonight as The Voice gets ready to premiere season 16 this Monday night. I sat down with Nathan Arnott and Chessie Arnott earlier today. I got a little entertainment out of it as well, but a great look into how they got to audition for The Voice and what they could tell me about how it went, which is not that much, but plenty. But believe me, they had plenty to say otherwise. All that and more in what's left of the half hour. One announcement before we go any further with our first headlines, and that is that the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's leadership team is going to be here in Magoffin County. They're going to attend the next Magoffin County Fiscal Court meeting on Tuesday to invite input from local officials on the county's most pressing infrastructure needs as part of a statewide listening tour. Now, says that they're going to focus on, just as I said, infrastructure. I'm also hopeful that at the same time we'll be able to bend their ear about the current situations and concerns about the Mountain Parkway and the expansion project in regards to the wrong-way drivers and some other areas where it's just a little inconclusive as far as where drivers think they should go and drive in regards to lane changes and things of that nature. So just to let you know that at Tuesday's meeting that they'll be here. The public, of course, is invited, and we'll let you know and remind you and have a camera and report to follow. Two men speeding through Sagersville last night were arrested for meth after being stopped by the state police. Zach Haney of Post 9, as well as Officer Mike Nichols of the Sagersville Police Department. Several syringes, several grams of what is believed to be meth, and other items still being investigated in this most recent traffic stop netting such drugs in Sagersville, Magoffin County. Seen here are Officer Zach Haney and Sagersville Police Officer Mike Nichols conducting a search of the 2 men and the vehicle they were in. After they were clocked at going 76 and a 55 last night, Haney cites in his citation that after he approached the vehicle, the driver started acting nervous. He was asked for his driver's license, but only could produce an ID card. After running his information, it was determined that he was driving on a suspended license status. When he was asked to exit the vehicle, he also gave consent for the authorities to search the vehicle at any time and anywhere. That's when they did so, and they first found a black zippered pouch. Inside was another zippered pouch, and inside it, a small plastic baggie of several grams, 12 to 15 grams of a crystal rock-like substance that appeared to be methamphetamine. Also several hypodermic needles, a few of them loaded with what appeared to be some sort of a liquid form of the drug. They continued their search and found another black sunglass case that was actually hid within the lining of the trunk very well, but discovered by the officers, in which they found a quantity of Klonopin and Neurontin, a set of scales, and they were continuing their search while I was there. This morning I found via the Big Sandy Regional Jail's website that both men, Scotty Sterling Swords, of Shelbyana, 36 years of age, was charged with speeding, operating on a suspended license, failure to produce an insurance card, and no registration receipt, as well as possession of meth, possession of the other drugs, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and a controlled substance not in its original container. While the passenger, Lonnie Dean Thacker, 40 of Pikeville, was charged with the same possession charges of meth and the other drugs a prescription not in its original container, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Both were still lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center as of this afternoon after being booked at around midnight last night. A Floyd County man sits jailed tonight in Floyd County, arrested by the Kentucky State Police after they say they determined through an investigation and seizure of items at his home that he was trying to entice a minor to engage in sexual activity. Last night, shortly after 8 o'clock, the Kentucky State Police's Electronic Crime Branch arrested 28-year-old William G. Randolph on a charge related to unlawful use of electronic means to induce a minor to engage in sexual or prohibited activities. The only information I have at this hour is that Randolph was arrested as the result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The investigation began after they discovered he had been communicating online with a minor, the exact age of which was not given. But the investigation, they do tell me, resulted in the execution of a search warrant at his residence in Martin last night. And they found equipment used to facilitate the crime, seized it, and then took it to the state's laboratory for further investigation. Randolph is currently charged with 1 count of prohibited use of an electronic communication system to procure a minor. After the break, Superintendent of Johnson County Schools Tom Cochran is with us tonight to explain his decision on why they felt compelled to cancel classes today in the Johnson County school system and to err on the side of caution. He'll go through the investigation with us right after this. Just in at Parkway Gun and Pawn, and everybody was eyeing this one. A lever action Adler Arms 410. And this Maverick over and under 12 gauge, another over and under 12 gauge by TriStar. And if you're looking for something air-powered but still potent, this Ruger 22 caliber rifle will have you covered, and this Gamma 177 is just in stock. And they've got the latest in personal protection in all the calibers and in all the names and styles that you're looking for, and they won't last long at Parkway Gun and Pawn, 349 Pawn. This Thursday is Valentine's Day, and this is exactly where you can find that perfect something for your heart of hearts. Of course, all kinds of cool stuff for him, and guys, of course, something perfect for her. Everything from new amazingly scented bath bombs to jewelry from Bourbon and Bow Ties to a whole new section of Simply Southern. Tees, shirts, bracelets, tops, accessories, and more. A whole section of Lily Pulitzer. And of course, a store full of home decor. All where you can find the very best way to say Happy Valentine's Day and I love you at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. The flu and flu-like illnesses are widespread in Kentucky, and they're not going away anytime soon. So odds are, if you aren't or haven't been sick, you likely will be. And Parkway Pharmacy has exactly what we all need to fight it and any other cold or illness. From immune boosters for adults and children as young as 2 to all-natural homeopathics made right here in the United States of America. They can help prevent you from getting sick or get you fast relief if you already are. With great tasting and easy-taking gummies, powdered mixes, rapid-melting fruity tablets, and syrups at Parkway Pharmacy. At Sayersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sayersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Whether it's game time, family time, or any kind of fun or hungry time, it's always a perfect time for the party platter from your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe. 20 crispy buffalo wings, 20 hot and spicy wings, fried pickles, cheese sticks, jalapeno poppers, mini corn dogs, jumbo breast strips, and spicy jumbo dippers. It feeds a crowd for only $34.99, and you get $3 off if you call and order one at least a day ahead. It's party time at your Sayersville Lee's. Superintendent Cochran of the Johnson County School System spent the day today with media, myself, and many others, as well as using all means possible at his disposal to detail his decision and the investigation that led him to call off classes this morning in Johnson County. While he does tell us in the following interview that there was an initial threat that was made days ago, in my words and not his, the rumor mill appears to be a big part of the problem that resulted in today's closure.
Facts are, last week, one of our school personnel found some graffiti on a bathroom stall that had a threat toward the school. We immediately called law enforcement, and they started investigating. We kind of investigated together and could find no credibility to that threat. So we came to school Tuesday with increased police presence. Of course, as you know, nothing happened. It was a smooth day, no issues whatsoever. And then yesterday, the rumor mill started back that there was another threat. And as the afternoon went on, the rumor got bigger and bigger and expanded into that there was some sort of hit list. So we talked to kids all afternoon, all evening, well into the night, followed every lead that we could. Worked in conjunction with the Paintsville City Police, the Johnson County Sheriff's Department. They were out at several homes last night talking to students about information that they may or may not have. About 10:30, we found nothing. We found that there was nothing other than rumors. So I put out a message late last night with intentions of coming to school today because we found no credibility, no validity to any of the rumors of threats. We got home about midnight, and to be honest with you, it was a long night, a pretty sleepless night. I sat and laid in the bed and I reflected quite a bit on everything that had been told to me throughout the day and everything I'd learned. Didn't sleep hardly any, but about 4:30 or 5, I decided that just because everyone was so panicked and there was a lot of fear with our students and our parents, I just made the decision to cancel school. I wanted the opportunity for several things. One being everyone to kind of be able to calm down and to relax just a little bit. It's a scary situation anytime you hear any kind of rumors of threats. But I also wanted the opportunity for all our law enforcement agencies to get together. So we met this morning, the Kentucky State Police, Paintsville City Police, Johnson County Sheriff's Department, and our school administration, district staff met and talked about all the information we'd gathered and determined next steps. So I don't regret my decision to cancel school whatsoever. In Johnson County, our number one priority is to ensure the safety and well-being of every student in our Johnson County school system, and I think we did just that today.
Cochran says that they obviously have to treat each and every incident, no matter how small or how large, the same, intensely and thoroughly, to alleviate any concerns or dangers. While another one of their real concerns is the rumor mill and how quickly sometimes it gets spun.
It is, and we want to encourage all of our students and all of our parents to come to us with information. It's easy to see something on social media and to copy it or comment on it, but we really need to focus on the facts, and we want to know the information. And you know, unfortunately, we're transparent. We want to be transparent. We want everyone to know what we know. But you know, when you're doing investigations, you can't tell every single thing that you know why it's going on. But we need to hear all that information so we can kind of wade through and piece things together. So my plea would be for students and parents to call us with that information and with those concerns so that we can, as I said, try to tie it together with what we already know.
I've got a great entertaining story for you, as we have, of course, our own contestants for The Voice starting next week. I'm so excited. We'll speak with them in just a few moments. Right now, a few things on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. I believe this as well starts off with a very special anniversary, which is also a Valentine's wish. To be honest, I had dozens of Valentine's wishes to which I could have aired them all, just not enough room. But this one is a must because it's also an anniversary. So on Valentine's Day, wishing a congratulations, celebrating their anniversary as well, Becky and David Wheeler. With best wishes from your mom, dad, and a whole long list of loved ones. Happy anniversary to you both. And just a couple of quick reminders in the rest of the calendar. The next Water into Wine food pantry distribution dates are next week, Wednesday the 20th, their regular day, 8:30 to 3. Thursday is Senior Day, 8:30 to 3. They break for lunch from 11:30 to 12:30 both days, and commodities can only be picked up on Thursday after 12:30. And also coming up soon, a special invitation to everyone in McGoffin County. Moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandpas, grandmas, whatever your affiliation is with a student or the school system, the National Education Read Across America event is coming up and coming to McGoffin County. March the 5th at North McGoffin, March the 6th at Sagersville Grade School, and March the 7th on that Thursday at South McGoffin. Over 200 folks participated last year. They'd like to have you and many more this year. And we'd like to have you on our community calendar. If you've got a birthday, an anniversary, or an announcement you need publicized, send it to me. I'll tell everybody about it. Now turning to nightly funeral service announcements brought to you by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. A reminder that services are going to be held for 83-year-old Merlene Tackett of Twin Lick, who passed away on yesterday. Preceded in death by her husband Clayton, she's survived by her sons CJ and David and daughter Donna Ward. Visitation is this evening and prior to tomorrow morning's services that start at 11, all from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Burial will follow at Twin Lick. And 79-year-old Edna Montgomery of Sagersville passed away earlier today. I'm told arrangements are still being made in her honor and to be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
Appalachian Wireless is transforming the way you upgrade your smartphone. Trade in, trade up, and experience the benefits of Appalachian Wireless's trade-in program. Head into any Appalachian Wireless retail location or go to AppalachianWireless.com to get an estimate on your device. Use or apply your device credit towards your new Appalachian Wireless device or account. It's that simple. Just another way Appalachian Wireless proves better service and bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. Here's what's hot this week at your Sagersville ShopRite. Chicken leg quarters family packs 59 cents a pound. And strawberries 1 pound package is only $2.49. Little Debbie muffins 2 boxes $4. Bone-in pork sirloin roast just 89 cents a pound. And Bar S hot dogs are just 69 cents a pack. And get 12 packs of Pepsi products, 3 for $11. Price is good only through Tuesday, February the 19th at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot, and be sure to check out their new website at savergroup.com. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Check out the newest arrivals at Gateway Motors, like this 06 twin-turbo V8 all-wheel drive Range Rover, this 06 Jeep Commander full-size trail-rated luxury, this 05 GMC Yukon with third-row heated seats loaded up, and they've got an 08 Nissan Frontier four-wheel drive V6 automatic with only 122,000 miles. And this 06 F-150 has 119,000 original miles. And you can drive off in any or all of these for about $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sagersville. 349 cars. Heart disease. It's the leading cause of death for men and women, taking 1 of every 4 lives. And it's not just affecting older adults anymore. Obesity, high blood pressure, and smoking are causing heart disease in those as young as 35. But the good news is, it can often be prevented with good choices, like letting the professionals at Hope Family Medical Center help you manage and improve your condition. February is American Heart Month, and the providers at Hope are ready to help you with good choices, which are as simple as calling, coming in, or attending their chronic disease self-management program every Wednesday in February at the Lakefront Church of God. Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center want you to love your heart.
If you've driven down the road, watched TV, or listened to the radio, you've seen or heard the ads for the sign and settle law firms. When I hear of someone settling their case for pennies on a dollar with these firms, it chills my soul. If you've been injured, it's all about the money. I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. I represent injured people who deserve all the money they can get. Call me at my Syersville office at 349-4522, West Liberty at 743-1965.
Now it's time to talk about Season 16 of The Voice, where we have our own contestants to root for starting Monday night. It's Season 16, and it featured thousands of folks trying to audition. A sibling trio, a duet comprised of a father and daughter, and a married duet as well. And that, of course, is Nathan and Chessie Arnott. Nathan, who we very well know with Turning Around and his singing pretty much throughout his life. Chessie, many folks know as well. We've seen her on the show numerous times. She's spent a lot of time with the Big Sandy Singers. She also successfully auditioned for the X Factor a few years ago when she was 21, and now together they have traveled to Atlanta and all the way to Los Angeles, and they're back home awaiting, as are we, the premiere of The Voice, which starts this coming Monday night. After searching for unique talent and seeing a video of one of their songs online, producers actually reached out to invite personally Nathan and Chessie to audition for The Voice, and it's been, they say, an amazingly exciting experience ever since. They went to Atlanta, then they went on to Los Angeles, and now the world will get to see it all unfold starting this coming Monday night with Season 16.
The show will air the 25th and 26th of this month. We're hoping and was told that ours will be kind of probably the first to air, so it'll either be the 25th or 26th pretty much. Hopefully. So, y'all turn into NBC and see if you see us on there.
Oh, and we will. But first, let's get to the rest of this interview, which is going to be just as entertaining, almost. But before we can even start that, let's talk about everything that we can't talk about.
So if you run into us in town, this has happened already multiple times. We are not allowed to talk about how far we have gotten, if chairs were turned, anything like that. So you just have to watch and find out.
And it's difficult because we understand that, and that's a great thing about these small towns like Johnson County and McGoffin and Floyd, and so many people have been supportive. Our social media has blowed up. People congratulating us for being here, been on The Voice, doing what we enjoy, which is music. So we like to thank everybody that's plugged us on social media or shared our music page or liked our music page, because that means a lot. Support does.
Yeah, our Facebook music page that we have, our Nathan and Chessie Arnott Music, before we announced that we auditioned for The Voice, had like 400 likes, and now we're a little over 1,000, so keep liking it.
With The Voice show, everybody at home, you turn on the TV and you're like, hey, they're walking on stage and they're singing. Either they turn their chair or they don't. There's a big, long process that you have to go through before you ever get to the main stage. They have what they call cattle calls and different things like that people go to, and there's thousands and thousands of people that stand in line to audition for this, and there's so many different steps that you have to go through before you ever get to see these judges at all. And me and Chessie was truly blessed to get to where we was at on this show, and you all see when you watch it, but there's a lot of legal stuff that comes along with this, lawyers and psychiatrists and
publicists.
And it's so crazy. I mean, because you spend this time with so many different people. It's not just singing. There's a lot of legal stuff that you have to deal with, and trust me, I'm when I had to sit down and take a 500 questionnaire test, I felt like I was back in school. I was like,
we had to take an IQ test.
Yeah,
a psychiatric evaluation.
Yeah, I had a huge IQ, whatever that meant. I'm just kidding. But no, there's a lot to it than people realize. So when you see somebody that has been on this show, whether you like their performance or whether you like their song, you still want to congratulate them, because they've went through a lot of work just to get to where they're at.
And before we go any further with any more about The Voice or what all they have going on and coming up soon, in addition to The Voice, which is a lot, we have to, since it's Valentine's Day, make the connection in this story between music and Nathan and Chessie.
Music has been a big part of my life for so many years. I started at a young age, probably 7, 8 years old, playing guitar and singing and bebopping around McGoffin County for a long time. I started a bluegrass band back in 2012, and it's went really well. But country is also my favorite. I'm a huge Waylon Jennings fan, Merle Haggard fan. So music has just been a huge part of my life, my family's life, and I met Chessie, and it was also her passion, music. So music is the reason why me and Chessie's together now, because it's brought us together. That's how we met, and so yeah, music is a big part of both of our lives now.
Yeah, I tell everybody, when we went on our first date, he sang a song called Daydreams, and I immediately fell in love with him. And that's not a joke. It ain't a mushy-gushy statement. It's the truth.
I feel like I would never got this opportunity for years now. I've always said, people's like, you need to try out for The Voice, you need to try out for The Voice. And, it's one of them things that, finding time to do it. And I feel like I would have never done that if I wouldn't have met Chessie. And we went as a duet, and that's the great thing, is that you don't hardly ever see duets on that show. So I believe that's a big opportunity for us, that we went as a duet on that show. I think that's going to really go well.
And speaking of going, I don't know how they're going as much as they are. Here's what they have on tap. Of course, we know Nathan, Turning Ground, and all that they have been doing. And they're still touring and playing. In fact, they just released, of course, their newest album, Old Country Store, the 1st of last September. They're already getting ready to go back into the studio to release another album. Chessie has joined her own bluegrass group called Wilson's Banjo Company. They're in the studio right now, back and forth between here and South Carolina, working on a new CD with some incredible music. There might even be a Fleetwood Mac cover or two on there in bluegrass. I've heard it. It fits well. As songwriters, they're also trying to move closer to Nashville to get their foot in that door. And Nathan is soon to be releasing his first single from his upcoming country album. Yeah. And then, of course, there's The Voice.
If me and Chessie would have never made it as far as we have to the show, we would still say that it's been a great experience. You'd have never seen Nathan Arnott in California. I'm sorry. You'd have never seen me at a lot of places that we've had to go to. So I'm just an Eastern Kentucky boy trying to.
My favorite part was getting to watch him put makeup on his face.
And that's another thing you have to deal with. People don't realize that. I wore everything but lipstick. And they just couldn't find my right color. I'd have wore it as well.
They even filled in his eyebrows.
But, it's crazy. There's so much that people don't realize goes on. But I wore makeup for a long time. And
not just on our face. Our arms, our legs, any exposed body part, you had makeup on.
Oh, the price of a rising star. Well, you know, there's going to be a lot more to say about Nathan and Jesse and their appearance on The Voice. There's going to be a lot more to say about their musical careers individually and together. We know all of that for a fact. And we'll pick this conversation and coverage back up with them next week after The Voice. But for now, the voices of Nathan and Jesse Arnott, who we look forward to entertaining on a national stage in just a few days.
Holding hands beneath that harvest moon, a springtime walks in rain, in summertime you can feel love's flame, daydreams of you, daydreams of you. And when I close my eyes at night and lay my head down low, don't you know that you're the one I'm dreaming of so? And I don't want to live without you, never live without your love. Daydreams of you, daydreams of you.
So yeah, that's just the first of several reports that we're going to be talking about, and it's all going to be fun and entertaining to say the very, very least. We're so excited and so proud of these guys. They put a lot of hard work into this, and I just can't wait. Can you tell? I can wait on your weather forecast, but it's that time, so let's just jump right into it. Not one, not two, and I'm not even sure how many systems have us in their sights. The first gives us a chance for some snow, an inch or less, maybe even a little ice tonight as well. Yes, I'm just about to lose count. As soon as one system comes, it goes, and another one takes its place, and the first one comes tonight, and newly adjusted snow and ice accumulations are expected to be in this range. Right now, we're talking about anywhere from a half to an inch of snowfall, and maybe some ice and freezing rain tonight into your early Saturday morning. To our north, 1 to 2 inches, but an inch or less in most of eastern Kentucky. Little or no snow accumulations in the south, but some light freezing rain accumulations are also possible overnight into tomorrow morning. That's mainly on elevated surfaces, but you know it just doesn't take much to affect travel, as we have seen every winter season ever in Kentucky. We'll stay dry tonight until after about 2 or 3 a.m. That's when we start to work in with this next setup, a 30% chance of showers and winds. Guess what? Out of the south-southwest at 11 to 22 miles per hour, and tomorrow an increasing chance of showers during the day to about 40%. We'll top out at around 46, and then we will see rain, a very, very great likelihood of rain late tomorrow night, and then changing over to some snow. Snow accumulation of less than an inch right now possible. As for your Saturday morning, wake up to a little bit of snow possibly, some freezing rain, and then changing back over to some rain. Skies will actually gradually become sunny on your Saturday, and we should see right around 39, but there might, and there's a very good chance that there will still be some precipitation around Saturday night, so a slight chance of some snow once we get back below freezing at right around 30, and then Sunday, a 60% chance of rain or freezing rain in the morning, then rain during the afternoon as we get close to 50 degrees for the latter half of your weekend. Rain continuing Sunday night, maybe changing over to a little snowfall again as we get close to that freezing mark right around 33. For Monday, a slight chance of that snow mixing with some rain in the morning, and it gradually ends for a very brief moment in time. Monday, it'll start to at least dry up, mostly cloudy, 44 degrees, and only a 10% chance of some snow late Monday night and mostly cloudy. But Tuesday, the next system rolls through and gives us a likelihood of rain and snow and about a 46-degree daytime high. Rain likely that night. We should stay above freezing that night at 37, so that means rain likely Tuesday night. Rain likely again on your Wednesday and right around 52. and I don't see that pattern ending before Thursday of next week. And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we had technical difficulties, and I meant to start off the show with yet another apology. And that was actually here in-house, where a brand new piece of equipment that we have been using for 2 days, which worked flawlessly to do our new system, completely crashed. I had to replace it. And I'm hopeful that this one aired as flawlessly as the first 2 nights of this week. So bear with me, please. We're almost there, if we're not there, in regards to the new system being put in and all the bugs worked out. It's been a long time coming. It's been years coming, but a couple of weeks most certainly. So thank you for your patience and watching, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night.